Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about disc records. That's a whole different topic, whatever. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Yanks Talk Ball. It has been a fantastic week for slander and soccer alike. We've had a great time. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back after a little bit of a, hiatus break. I don't know, we just didn't want to record at a time. I don't know what the reasoning was, but we're back nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go check us out on all audio podcast platforms. Again, there from socials, every single platform. Yanks Talk Ball. The squad is in the building. First and foremost, it's the machine supporter, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Captain 115, agents in the building. What's going on?
Damn, go swinging on our week. Trying to blame everybody else for not having an episode last week. I don't know what's going on here.
No. I'll hold my hand up, man. I was just as much part of this as everybody else.
He was listening to those diss tracks too much. He wanted to disrespect us too.
I'll keep it honest. I was definitely in that mode, bro.
He's about to make one too. He's about to make one for the members of the pod.
Nah, it's crazy. That's crazy. But
I wish he would.
How you feeling this week, though, fam?
I'm good. It's good to be back. And we're in the very, very final stage of the season, which is crazy how fast it came. So I can't believe it myself, But yeah.
Yeah, nah, for real. That's wild. You definitely got to pause that. But still, it is seriously. It was literally just yesterday we started the pod in August. It makes no sense, how fast the season transpired. Made no sense how fast it flew by. But we're here, and also in the building with us. No chill, Gene. How was you doing, fam?
Well, for you guys, it might have been fast. For me, it's been a painful week by week. It's been very slow. I felt like it's been going on for way too long. I'm glad it's almost done. We need to put in some work this off season. Not only us, but some teams out there too, man.
Nah, I hear it. You know what I'm saying? My condolences and you know what I'm saying, peace be upon you, dog, because shit ain't been sweet for you, fam. Shit ain't been sweet. But last but certainly not least, we have Bill Talks Ball. He's in the building with us. What's going on, dog?
What's up, man? I don't think I've ever felt more free showing up to these episodes, man. My club has absolutely nothing to play for. I'm just enjoying what the football world throws my way. Pure entertainment value, pure hate watching, pure eye test watching, and everything pleasant about the game is what I'm experiencing now. Besides the joy of watching your club lift a trophy. But I feel like we'll get into it later, but I feel like even the players and the team I support feel the same freedom now with nothing to play for. Where's the vibing, man?
Yeah, nah, 100%. As told by the last game, which we'll get into, people was vibing for real. But we can get right into it. We ain't had no predictions since we weren't here last week. We wiped the slate clean. But before I get into everything, I do want to make a quick statement and say, Chase, you are not here, but I will give you smoke on this. Havertz still dunked on you and Tottenham that last week we weren't here. I don't care. I'm spinning it back. I'm willing it back.
That's shameless.
I'm willing it back, baby, on your head.
No, that's valid.
On your head top, baby.
He's bringing it back 3 months later.
Hey, man, the man who fought out 3 years after World War I ended, bro. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, brother. I assure you, I'm not leaving the spot. You know what I mean? But slander, hate. Harris is the best, and we move. All right, cool. Let's get into the stuff from the week. Let's talk about again the team that Arsenal did dunk on 5-0, but they had to do some other dunking on some other people because Chelsea played Tottenham on Thursday, May the 2nd, and they won 2-0. A shameful Tottenham performance, man. That looked a little, you know what I'm saying? Eesh. I feel like the mate train has come to a screeching halt over the past few weeks. But how'd y'all feel about it?
Bro, Tottenham always gets sunned at Stamford Bridge. I don't think I would have been surprised. Actually, they just get sunned by Chelsea in general. They even lost form of their life. Got hit 4-1 at home earlier this season by Chelsea. And then I think their record at Stamford Bridge is 1 win in 32 years. Something crazy like that. They get sunned there. So I don't think that was surprising. Not even mentioning Tottenham's form this past month. It was just terrible. Really uninspiring
for them. This run-in for them has been so hilariously humiliating. Starting from, it was Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then Liverpool is like these games that they were definitely going to look at. Spurs fans were looking at that, thinking,
licking their lips, bro. He said, "We got something for y'all.
We got to win at least. We got to win at least one. At least one. If not, maybe get a couple of draws. Just get over the finish line, and secure top 4. But they got touched. They got touched.
I mean,
violently.
The funniest part is they thought they were going to decide the title. They were the
kingmakers, bro. They said they were the kingmakers, bro. They was making their own splits to sit in, bro. That's what they was making, bro. They was getting cooked week on week, brother. Nasty work.
No, only Spurs would do that. Like they would go.
Do you guys not want to talk about Big Ange?
Oh no, let's
we're getting there.
The hypocrite. Hypocrite himself.
On multiple fronts, we can talk about this though. Listen, if the Premier League will do anything, it will humble you. It will humble you on many different occasions, and y'all can talk about it. But I just want to say he said 2 major things across the season. One, he said he's always going to play how he's going to play. His style, he's going to do it no matter what, and this team will do it. And in this past, slew of games, he's like, hey, something's got to change. We got to change these players. We got to change the way we do things. We got to make this thing work, and these players can't do it. Like,
Wait, but how does that contradict what he said? He's been doing.
Because 1 year ago he said
to do earlier, and it's been
please clarify, Gene. Please clarify.
Well, 1 year ago, he was like, I don't see why managers complain about their players. They can't do just play your game, mate, and stuff like that. And he's complaining about now that he doesn't have the players that can do what he wants.
Yes.
So he complained about it, and now
he made his own point about I don't know why they're complaining about their squad. You got to put your mind to it.
Was his point that you can never complain about not having good enough players, or that you shouldn't change your philosophy because you don't have the right players? I feel like the latter is more what he was trying to say. And in his defense, he hasn't changed his philosophy because he hasn't had the right players. He stuck to it, and you might argue that it's the reason why they've fallen off a cliff. But I don't really see a contradiction there, to be honest.
It's fair. Moot point. I can hold that one. But the other one feels like it's a bit less undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Indisputable. You know what I mean? The VAR situation, the ref situation. You know what I'm saying? Just get on with the game, mate. Just get on with the game. You know what I mean? I don't.
He grew up respecting the referees. You
gotta respect the refs. Gotta respect
them.
them.
Well, comes for us all, man.
Bro, the great humbler.
They will make anyone livid.
Dog. That man was definitely losing his mind. One, over the fact that his team was passing backwards. That was hilarious seeing that in real time. He was ready to rip somebody's head off, bro. That was mad funny. But again, just the whole PGMOL situation, even he cannot escape his own doctrines of not complaining about these refs because they're a shambles,
What was he upset about with the referee? Was it from the derby?
Yeah.
It was from the Liverpool game, no?
Was it?
In the beginning of the... No, Spurs against Liverpool, that call that they took the goal away. And then they did the whole thing where they were complaining about the refs. You guys put a statement out, and he was saying how he grew up.
No. That, yes, but I'm saying him now complaining about the referees. Like, what was he complaining about? Was it from the derby?
I think it was an instance in the Chelsea game. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know the quote did come from the Chelsea game. I can't remember exactly what the incident he was talking about off the top of my head, though.
He was complaining against the Arsenal game too. Was he not?
I don't know. I was too busy. I was too busy cooking them chicken balls, bro. I didn't see any of their quotes. I was more focused on how the best defense in the league, the best goalkeeper in the league, is getting cooked like this on a weekly basis. I was just wondering what was the, you know what I'm saying? Like, only person I give him.
Vicario is the best keeper in the league.
Apparently, according to them, according to Spurs fans, they was putting him in the showers.
What are they calling V Diddy?
It was stinky. Cooking him,
He's
bro.
been stinky. He's been stinky,
dog.
The mistakes on these 4 weeks in a row. Oof.
That man.
I don't really blame him for any of the Liverpool goals, to be honest. He got
Salah goal
in the North London derby. Nah, I wouldn't really blame him for that.
Salah, he jumped backwards. Salah hit it near post
5 yards away. I don't really blame the keeper for that. That's more on Emerson and the defense for letting him have a free header that close to goal than the keeper, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he's had shaky moments. Any set piece, those pieces, he turned into a Jenga piece, bro. He shatters, bro. He crumbles on a set piece. Guy's finished.
Yeah, none at all.
Yeah,
he's just a second coming of De Gea, man. Respect, good shot stopper, but
yeah. Everything else,
okay, I don't know how
said.
long you'll be able to. How old is he though? How is he? He's young, no?
28.
Oh, he's 20. He's yeah.
But for a goalkeeper, that's still young.
They're still pretty young.
I know,
yeah.
but if you're 28 and you still haven't developed that, you're not going to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah, understandable, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. But again, all that chat about them being the best defense in the league, with again, they're freaking, I was about to say, short stack, strawberry shortcake, Pedro Porro on the right hand side, and all this shit like that. Like, bro, these guys getting turned over week over week, bro. So it's like sunny side up. These guys they're not that good. They're not that good. They might be better in seasons to come, but just the overrating off
and Madison
from these guys. Madison has disappeared again, and I'll even give you some halfway, you know what I'm saying, some leeway because of him trying to come back from injury and stuff like that. But after that, bro, where was he? Where is he?
It's been 5 months. It's been 5 months, bro. He came back in January. You know, so it's like you got to come on.
Guy,
he's been on the bench. He's been poor since he got back.
Guy's been a ghost.
And then also like there's all this talk of like once Bentancur gets back, once Bissouma gets back,
they're back.
And donut hole.
Bro, midfield looking porous again. It's funny, bro.
And that's what I said about them. Imagine if these guys get serious injuries like how Liverpool had this season, Chelsea, United. Imagine if they were depleted from their squad for like a long time. Like those guys would be like finished. You know what I'm saying?
If they lost Son,
they're playing Oliver
Romero,
weekly.
Porro. Yeah, it'd be a disaster.
Yeah, those guys.
I've seen some Leicester fans like talking to Spurs fans on the internet or interacting with them on Twitter, and they were saying like that March through May, James Maddison is one of the worst footballers I've ever seen in their life. That's not
already. Bro, that's not James Maddison from that time period. That's Billy Madison, bro. Adam Sandler FC, bro. That guy's a middle schooler. That guy's middle schooler in the brain for those months, bro. That guy don't perform nothing. He's finished.
This was a thing already.
To be fair, the Southampton fans were saying the same thing to Liverpool when we signed Sadio Mane. They were saying he disappears over the Christmas period. And then in his first season, he kind of went off form around then. They're like, see, we told you. And then every other season after that, he's world class. And then the narrative's gone. I think I don't know how much importance I put into that as opposed to just Tottenham. Think about it. Generally, how good is Tottenham from March to May? Historically,
never.
Right? I can only think of like Conte's first season where they pushed into top 4 when they really had a good end to the season.
Yeah,
but usually they kind of do the same.
But this is the worst in 20 years, though. This is the worst.
Yeah, this run specifically,
like,
of course, it's terrible.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's just funny, bro.
Not a good look, Van de Ven. That pace, man. Oof.
Yeah, he's the
I wish I could get him at United,
he's the only one where it's like, damn, you might not deserve to be here like that, bro. Again, like some people choose their fate. Like Son chose his fate. He's stuck there, but Van de Ven is young. He got his career ahead of him. Like he could be well served somewhere else, succeeding.
Bro, he was linked with Liverpool in the summer before he went to Spurs, but Liverpool was just cheap as hell. He didn't want to spend on him.
Yeah,
how different things could have been, man.
Yeah, unfortunate, bro. But again, Tottenham, you know what I'm saying? You were won, you know what I'm saying, won the league in December and shit like that in September, doing the whole, you know what I'm saying, game week 4, you was doing the whole, you know what I'm saying, lap up, doing the fans, holding hands with all the players and shit like that, holding babies and stuff on the pitch after the match. The league was won then, I guess. So because ever since then, y'all ain't been showing the levels that y'all was telling in the first month.
They faced the seven like worst teams in the league, and they won like all of those 7 games, and they literally thought they're the best team in the world.
Whoa, like, bro, these guys got a long way ahead of him, bro. I just find it funny how people are like, oh yeah, they caught up, bro. They're genuine contenders within like 4 months. Postecoglou's got them, you know what I'm saying, firing da. Postecoglou's a nice guy. Postecoglou's got some bold things that can work, but he's got a lot to learn. That whole side's got a lot to learn. That if they even want to be in the conversation of competing. There's not no trophy talk, but general competition talk. They're a long way off it.
What, though? For the title?
Where did you predict Tottenham to finish before the season started?
That's what I was going to bring up. Well, I predicted
them to finish 9th.
I said they were going to finish 8th.
Yeah, I put them like 6th or 7th or something like that.
I think I put them 6th.
So at the end of the day, we still
expectation.
Yeah,
they still perform better than we thought.
But again, but not, and how goalposts change and expectations change when the season starts and things move along.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were supposed to be in the fight from August on, from the end of August on. They were supposed to be in the fight, and then they fell off.
Yeah, you
Spurs
can
fans.
clown Tottenham fans, for being stupid back then.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say anything crazy about Postecoglou.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying no. I'm not gonna say anything
Because
crazy.
I've been seeing a lot of nonsense online about people saying he's going to be gone by December or
That's
gone by
stupid.
October or
That's
whatever.
very stupid.
And I'm like, if he starts the season like a train wreck, then maybe talk about it then. But he's had a very good season at this mess of a Tottenham. Also lost their best player in their history over the summer and didn't replace him. So I mean, he could only do so much. I think Aston Villa was genuinely a better team than Tottenham before the ball was kicked this season. I think they were probably the 6th or 7th or 8th best side before the season started. So I think having them up here is a like, of course it's ended terribly, but it's still a good achievement. It's a good season for them if they finish top 5. They can still fall lower if the form continues. If they finish 5th, I think they can be satisfied with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, after them getting cooked, we can actually keep the onus on Chelsea for a second, because they went was it another home game at Stamford Bridge? I can't even remember. Yeah. Chelsea 5, West Ham 0. It was ass whooping central. Damn, that was not pretty. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Moyes is
the guy is
finished.
We've seen the evidence, bro. We've seen all the links too, bro. We already got another manager loaded. You don't get time to get clapped off, bro. As soon as the last game hit, Lopetegui might be managing that last game. He might not even get a send off.
Yeah. The amount of hidings West Ham has received this season,
bro, nasty.
It was 5-2 at Crystal Palace.
Yep, 6-0
I think they
by
lost
us.
5-0 at Fulham at some point. Yeah, 6-0 at home against Arsenal, and 5-0 to Chelsea. Like,
dog, they've been getting.
It's been so weird because they've also had some really good results, like when they beat Chelsea earlier, when they beat United,
beat
you guys
us.
at the Emirates. Yeah. And then so it's just completely up and down. There's almost no consistent medium.
But if you look at those
football,
games, they weren't the better team. They just got
the
they
football
rode their luck and were clinical. Yeah,
but they still got the results.
Transitions. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't want to disrespect Moyes. I think no one could have expected the job he did at West Ham when he took over. He took over a relegation battling side, got them consistently in the latter stages of the Europa League, won them the Conference League, finished top 8 twice, I believe.
And got
he's done a great job. Yeah, great job. But I think we talked about this earlier this season, that this is his limit. Like,
that's his ceiling.
Top 6. Yeah, if you want to be established top 6, they need a more progressive manager. And I don't even know if that's Lopetegui. We'll see how it works out with him. I don't know. The jury's still out. Even though he did a great job with Wolves last season when he came in, there's no guarantee that he'll take West Ham to that next level. He could be another Pellegrini, another Slaven Bilic, or he could genuinely be like an Unai Emery at the club. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But after West Ham doing terribly, I just want to talk about Chelsea for a second. And a key cog of Chelsea's just team missing, and they're just doing better without him. Are Chelsea better without Enzo Fernandez? Plain up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evidence says yes.
And by a lot. And it's not like it's they're a little bit better. They're
and I guess to extend that question, why are they better without Enzo Fernandez? Can anybody answer that?
Well, I'll start off by saying I've seen some Chelsea fans doing some apologetics, saying that Enzo has been playing the whole season with a groin injury or something like that. So let's assume that's not the case, and let's just talk about what we've seen on the pitch. Caicedo needs a player like Gallagher next to him in the middle. Having Enzo, they just have no chemistry with each other. Gallagher is able to make those bombing runs forward with Caicedo sitting in. Also, having Gallagher in the midfield as opposed to Enzo just makes the game more transitional and faster paced. Enzo slows it down, and Caicedo does not want to be in a slowly moving midfield. Like, he needs the game to be up and down, going quick, so he can come in, transition play, make tackles, win the ball back, quickly get it out of his feet, and let the better players do their thing going forward. But with that being said, though, it's comical how much better they are without Enzo.
Oh, it's why
I heard this stat. I don't know if it's true. I didn't bother to verify it, but apparently Graham Potter's win rate before signing Enzo at Chelsea was 60%, 6-0. After signing Enzo, his win rate was 6. 6%.
To be fair, he probably played like 4 games or like 8 games without Enzo, and then he played a lot of games with him. Because when did
Potter was there
Tuchel
for a
get
decent
sacked?
amount before the World Cup? I'd say he had maybe from October, maybe. From
That's what I'm saying.
till
2
New
months.
Year. Still, that's
2 months
huge,
with.
That's
a huge drop off. It's probably 2 months and then 3 months afterwards. So it's not even a big
like 10 to 15 games.
Yeah, either
10
way,
to
it's not
15 games would be crazy.
Yeah, either way.
There's no way they were that
for
good.
a long time after the World Cup either. They were I remember they were generally doing some good stuff before the World Cup. Like they battered AC Milan 4-0. I remember in the Champions League.
Yeah,
they looked good.
I mean, they went into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I thought they had top 4 locked up when they signed Enzo and Mudryk that January. I thought like just steal it away. Yeah, we know what happened.
That whole
Lampard won. Lampard won. How many games did Lampard win when he?
Like 1 or 2.
Like
one
or 2.
I think 1.
Out
I
of
think
like,
it was.
how many games was he in charge? Like 15 at least.
Did he win one? Did he win one game?
He might have won.
He did.
I think he might have won.
2, it was 2 at most.
Yeah, he won at least 1.
Yeah,
but he was in charge for at
Because I know
least
he lost
15
all the
games. I would say
like, not
between
even
15
draws.
and 20 games.
But on the bright side with Chelsea though.
Oh yeah, he had like the worst losing.
On the
record.
bright side with though, like they genuinely have in this past month and a half have genuinely started to look like a really promising team. It's taken time for Pochettino. Like we've seen the evidence all throughout the season that they've been playing good stuff and have had the worst or one of the worst XG conversion rates in the league. And then now it's at a point where it's really looking like it's starting to click. Like besides the game of the Emirates.
Yeah. They had to hold that.
And they like genuinely they look like they could be really exciting. I think with two really smart acquisitions over the window, they could be really good. They could be really promising. Yeah. And I know he's gotten a lot of hate on this pod and in the world in general, but I like Nicholas Jackson, man. I genuinely like him. I think for a debut season in the league to have 13 goals and I think is maybe like 6 assists or something. As a 22-year-old brand new to the league, it's very decent. It is not.
He's already beaten what Drogba's debut season numbers. And he should have beaten it by a long way, honestly, with the chances he's missed. You know what I mean?
I did hear that. And it's one thing if those goals, if those GA was all he does, but he on top of the goals and assists, he's actually a good player.
Yeah.
He does so much good stuff, holding the ball up, driving with the ball, link up play with others. Like he has the potential to be a monster.
I agree. It's just final action. It's just a final action, bro.
In front of goal, and it's different to Darwin Nunez monster, where Nunez will never be the good link up play, will never be tidy on the ball. Nico Jackson is genuinely good at those things.
Yeah.
That I think if that can click next season, which I think the evidence in these past couple of months shows that it might, if Pochettino's trajectory keeps going the way it is, then he can make a lot of people eat their words because a lot of people say some crazy things about him.
I
have two things to say about that.
Go ahead.
Wait, I have 2 things to say about that. One, the future doesn't look bright because they're gonna have to drop players to keep up with like all the that they're spent. So they have to sell academy players where they didn't spend money buying. Like they have to get rid of people like Conor Gallagher, and he makes that team go. Like he's the engine of that team.
A lot of players, their squad is so deep. They have a lot of deadwood they can sell.
But I feel like they
No, I don't disagree. But they spent a lot of money on those players. With Conor Gallagher, it's $0 and it's just pure profit. So that's like where they were looking to sell him in January and stuff like that. I don't think they should, but depending how that goes, like what their money situation is, they might have to if they want to sign people to compete in the Premier League, compete for the title again. Because again, they need experience. They need more like that. They're just missing. I do agree that they're exciting. They could do a lot of things. But like, they should sell Enzo. But how much are they going to get out of him now?
Bro, they could sell
Reece
James at this point. They could sell Reece James at this point.
For how much?
Is the club captain. He's their best player when fit, but he's never fit. And just because of how good of a player he is,
somebody will pick him up.
At least 50 million for Reece James.
Somebody in Serie A, the AC Milan will pick him up, no question. They'll give him an option.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Man City bought Reece James.
I was about to say Manchester City would be all over that.
He's an incredible player.
Walker? Yeah.
But with just how unfit he is all the time.
Yeah.
That's
he
need
management
money somewhere. Yeah, Reece James, someone Chilwell that could sell for money because Cucurella is better than him at this point.
How old is Chilwell?
A long margin.
32.
No, like 28 maybe.
Yeah, he looked
He looks like he's
30.
32.
He looked 30.
If he ever recovers his legs, I don't know if they still want to invest in trying to maybe play him, but they could make money off of Wesley Fofana if they decided to sell him. There's just a lot of players scattered around that double decker squad.
How much did they spend on Fofana? 80?
No,
60, 70?
Yeah, they
yeah.
for that, of course.
Something like
yeah,
that.
But I don't think they need to be looking to recoup the money they spent to this point. If what they're looking
if they want to keep up with the regulation, like
they about to sell every single hotel.
They have to.
They about to sell every single hotel around Stamford Bridge to make sure these ends meet, brother. They gonna keep selling these hotels. It's sober reality, bro. They about to be new training centers around that picture. They gonna make this work. They gonna make this work.
And they might sell Maatsen. They might sell.
Yeah, he's on
loan. Yeah, Chelsea has so many players they could sell. Yeah, Sterling in there too.
And number two, my second point that I was gonna make was gonna be, we have to stop like comparing debuts from 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
We can't add these numbers. Like there's 3 goals a game in the Premier League right now. Every game, that's crazy. Like we're in an era right now. I don't know. The offense is just so good or defense is non-existent. We could have that discussion another day, but those numbers are inflated now. Like we can't compare someone like Nicholas Jackson and compare him to Drogba. And like I don't know if it's the offense is so much better. I don't think that's the case. I think the defense has just gone down a bunch from what the Premier League used to be. So and that's why it's like we watch the game with our eyes. Nicholas Jackson, I do agree, has a bunch to offer. He is a monster. He's fast. He's quick. He could play he's a good passer. He's a very good passer too. Again, he just needs to get the IQ stuff, like just like some training into that, and gets confidence. He could be a great player.
Yeah.
I do agree with them.
It's just clarity of mind in between the, you know what I'm saying, in the boxes. In between, he's actually a good player, really good runner. We saw it in the West Ham game where like he latched on to any of like the long balls, the aerial, like again, the straight over the tops. He latched onto them very well. He was very composed, you know, putting either a final pass there, and just again, general hold up play, the link up play, just finding space finding the right spaces to run through. He's got a lot of good, you know what I'm saying, like bases about him, like good foundation of football. He's got to learn how to use his brain.
13 goals is not bad at all for a debut Premier League season.
And notice,
for a 22-year-old
and
player.
notice
in a calamitous side for most of the season.
Facts. And notice, as soon as he shaved that stupid ass dye off his head, he been locking in that stupid ass dye, bro. That's been a menace to all Premier League players. Ban dye on hairstyles. Ban all that, bro.
No one can do it like Sadio Mane, man.
Unless you're him, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of it, bro. Unless you got supreme talent like that, you can't risk it. It's too much. It's too much. But I agree with that, man. Chelsea, again, all the underlying stats and stuff like that, they're going to tell us Chelsea are going to be back. They are going to be back in some way, shape, or form. It's just who are they going to cut? How are they going to make the squad a little bit more, I guess, cohesive? You know, not too much, I guess not too overbearing. Because again, they still got Lavia on their books. They still got, you know what I'm saying, all the Enzos and stuff like that. There's still so many people that they have to either cut or integrate into the team to make sure that they're good. And
I mean, they're not selling Enzo this summer though. That's not happening.
I don't think so. They're gonna want money.
Well, these guys have prison sentences.
Yeah, they got
their contracts.
Them 8-year bids, bro. Them 8-year bids. I don't know how this is broken down.
So they have the potential to get a couple of smart signings. Like if I were Chelsea, I'd probably be wanting to get Sancho, for example. Maybe that would be a very smart signing. If United's willing to sell him to Chelsea.
Palmer and Sancho, I don't know how that good.
The thing is, Sancho would have to play on the left because at this point, I feel like Madueke has the right lockdown. He looked really good.
Right. Yeah. But it just
Sancho doesn't have the pace. You can't have two players like Palmer and Sancho. I don't know. Maybe today, I think they need that pace. Modric, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. That's why I'm saying their books. They have so many players locked in for such a long time. For if they want to sell them, those contracts, like who's gonna pick those up? I don't know. That's why I want to see what can happen over the summer. We'll wait for some Fabrizio tweets, and we'll see how serious they could be next year.
Yeah, but they're looking to end the season on a better
next
note.
year will probably be top 4 though. Like I don't want to get out, too ahead of myself. Like I'm not even speaking.
Yeah,
if I were a Chelsea fan,
not
I wouldn't
ahead of
want to get too
Chelsea.
ahead.
No,
of
not
myself.
no. They'll definitely. I think they'll most likely be fighting for top 4. They'll be in the top
I
4
think
shouts.
they're
100%.
capable of putting an actual top 4 bid next season if their summer goes well.
Yeah. Just gotta lock in on some other things, but yeah, outside
And
of
by
that,
go well, I basically mean Todd Bowley doesn't do a madness again.
Hey, you know what? Oh, this actually reminds me of someone else on the side. Somebody was tweeting. Shout out to Jeffrey Dallup, bro. Shout out to Jeffrey on the Twitter timeline. He was talking about like, yo, so what if Bowley is not as unhinged as we think he is? He's been buying up all these young players and all these little small, like again the Brazilian talent and stuff like that. He's been again like the I want to say it was Kennedy Paez and a couple other things like that. And then apparently there was like all these reports of again, everybody's kind of preparing like big sales or big war chests or some type of things for like, academy players and younger players across different markets. So I don't know if he looks as crazy buying up, you know what I'm saying, all these crazy youth talents or people who have been like under 21s, a lot of those players. I don't know if y'all seeing the movement of like more youth and academy players or like more teenage, you know what I'm saying, kids coming through.
I understand what you're saying. But when you can't sack a manager because of FPL, like if you can't sack someone, FPL, like you have to keep them. My bad, I said it. You know what I meant.
Stuff,
okay,
yeah.
if you can't sack someone because of that, like they're on very thin margins. So like it all comes down to that: what they could sell, what they can keep, and if they could add like actual stuff that they need for the summer. Yeah. But if they have to get rid of people like Conor Gallagher, like they were trying to in January, you know what I'm saying? Like if they have to, I don't know how well it could go. Again, for now he seems like a madman. Maybe in a couple of years, with hindsight, he'll look like a genius. We'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know, man. We'll see what this war for youth talent is looking like, bro. Because I swear I see comps on like the Brazilian league every day with like so many crazy talents that are coming out of that league. Like that you said Balassi. No, Balassi comes guy. Shut up.
But no, just been telling about those Balassi comps from Serie A. Serie A.
No, man, that's a legend right there, bro. That's a legend. But we can move on. We can switch gears here and let's talk real quickly about Arsenal. We had a game 3-0 versus Bournemouth at the Emirates Stadium. In my opinion, I thought it could have been a potential banana skin, but I think we navigated the game very, very well. Bournemouth were coming in on good form. I think this again their highest points tally ever. They I think they won like most of the last games, or unbeaten in like 8 or something like that. On a good run. What'd y'all think of the game though?
I didn't watch it.
I mean, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that match. I'm basically just gonna say the same things I've said in the past couple months. So Arsenal's very good. Declan Rice is very good. Trossard's been a very acute signing. Like he's coming up clutch in this run-in. Raya won the Golden Glove. Congratulations.
Bang bang.
Best defense in the league. I mean, it's just like Arsenal. You talk about Adrian being the machine fan. I mean, Arsenal has been a machine all of 2024, bar that Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
So it's the least surprising thing. Like I had no doubts that they would make easy work of Bournemouth, and it should have been a lot more. To be honest,
it should have been 4 or 5 out of half.
At the beginning of the season, we were talking so much about the Raya Ramsdale
debate
situation.
I thought about that the other day.
Fast forward to May, Raya's. I mean, I'm not one of those people that thinks just because a keeper wins a Golden Glove that they're the best keeper in the league. Obviously, it has a lot to do with the defense and everything. But it's pretty crazy to think about, like now in hindsight. Like we were debating whether Raya should start, and now he's part of
he's proven without a shadow of a doubt. And again, just at least in that performance, just what he prevents, bro. It's not about what he exactly saves. Again, his shot stopping, you could say literally, it's not necessarily the same exact level as Ramsdale or whatever. You could argue that point. I don't think
Ramsdale just does those TV dives.
Yeah, he does you know what I'm saying. He does the very much like the superhuman. You know what I'm saying, max stretch saves and stuff like that. But what Raya prevents, I think he's had some of the best cross claiming and some of like the best box control and box presence I've seen out of a keeper for Arsenal in a very long time. Like he prevents just a lot. He seems very secure when he jumps up a lot of the time. There's probably like 1 or 2 instances early in the season where like it looked a little bit shaky, but now it just seems like he's a very much a calming presence. He's just as much of a calming presence as like say an Odegaard in the team, because he helps again set the tempo, calm things down. People trust him when they bring the ball back to him. He picks the right passes. He sets up a lot of different stuff for us. So I think, again, the Golden Glove was definitely validated for him, and again, in conjunction with the defense, but he does a lot for us that's preventative, and it's not just for the camera saves and stuff like that. So he deserves a big ass mention for how well he's fit into the team this season. Outside of that, it was just control, bro. It was dominance overall, bro. That's all I can say. They had a couple of looks.
Do you want to talk at all about the Havertz penalty?
Oh, I think that was a penalty. Oh, we can talk about PGMOL because somebody shouldn't have been on a damn pitch, bro. Ryan Christie's bum ass didn't get no yellow card or whatever. What's the name? To like the 80th minute or something like that.
I didn't see a tackle, but I heard it was like studs up on Saka's knee.
It was like he was coming in.
It was on his shin.
Yeah, it was on his shin. He was coming in to get the ball right, and it passed him. And I forgot who it was. I can't remember. It might have been Christie, but like he came and swiped high, and literally studs up went down on his shin. And they didn't even give it a yellow. They didn't no, not even a stop to review it fully. They said yellow, whatever, no yellow, no nothing, move on.
Yeah, they saw that Curtis Jones red card against Spurs back in October, and they were like, "Bet we're never gonna give that again this season."
Yeah,
I've seen so many of those.
It's so stupid.
Stamping down on a player's ankle.
And that happened to us in the Wolves game too.
And they just.
Nicholas Jackson did do that.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Nicholas Jackson as well. In 3 out of the last 4 games, it's happened to us, and we've gotten nothing, no calls or anything like that. So I'm like on the front of actually protecting
Welcome
players.
To the club, brother.
Guys, these guys fucking suck. The PGMO, you guys suck. But the pen shout, I think that's a pen personally. I think it is a pen. I don't know how you try and avoid the contact when you're trying to make your strides and run through, and the keeper just kind of comes sweep you out. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a
He's
low.
diving beforehand.
The keeper.
He's diving before the contact happens.
I'm not.
The keeper is at fault sticking his leg out like that and not getting the ball.
Yeah.
But also Havertz sold that.
Yeah, I know.
He did the Jamie Vardy. He just dragged his leg
100%.
Limp.
And it's hard, and that's hard.
He easily could have stepped over that leg.
And that's hard to tell when you're making strides or whatever. People, I feel like refs are not going to try and discern, oh, did he mean to take that stride? How can you judge that stride in real time when it goes through can he lift his leg or whatever?
That's not the problem. Is, again, I'm gonna go back to what was it? United against Burnley. Garnacho is running into the 6-yard box. Guy just kicks his legs straight up, doesn't touch anything, just swipes him down to the ground. No review, no nothing. So it's just like how is a pen like that for Havertz given, and a pen like that is not even looked at?
And that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's inconsistency, and I agree. I agree with you fully.
That's what I'm saying.
It's straight up inconsistency at PGMO. They need to have a guidebook, and I feel like they have the sense of their head of what decisions have gone, what kind of have gone against, but then they just go their own way in these games, and it creates no consistency across games. And that's why we're so happy for they're introducing the in-stadium stuff of the in-stadium callbacks for the VAR decisions and ref decisions, which is very good for next season. I guess the camera thing is happening. I think that might happen for the first time today. They might implement it more. I'm glad we're getting that accountability that we can see it in real time, because we can give you the straight up compare for frame for frame analysis. Oh, you said this in this game, but in that game y'all went opposite, and this is exactly the lines of reasoning you said. So for me, it's a penalty, but due to the inconsistencies, if it's not, it's not. But there's no baseline.
Yeah, and I don't think I have an opinion. I haven't made my mind up on if I think that's a penalty or not. It's just one of those. If it goes against you, you're fuming. If it's for you, you're like, oh, it's a pen. Keeper, missed the ball, stuck his leg out. Yeah,
facts. And again, the other call too, in my opinion, I'm looking at it beforehand. The Raya thing, the goal that they scored, but it got marked off because it was a foul on Raya or something like that. At first, I thought that was a goal. I thought it should have been given. I really thought that should have been given. I was like, I don't know where the contact really was. But then they kind of showed, they showed another angle of where, what's it called? Solanke's arm is wrapped around Raya's arm a little bit, and I think Raya does still sell it. I think that probably should have been given still even then, but I'm super on the fence about it now. But again,
I don't think that was a foul.
The consistency.
What do you think of the Hoyland? What did you think of the Hoyland and
the one say with D. Henderson? Yeah, I was about to say where he kind of flopped and floundered. I thought that was a little bit soft. I thought it was a little bit soft.
That's what I'm saying.
What constitutes enough contact for it? And I feel like there's just so much that they have
but
to
then you
juggle
see
with.
the stuff that Ederson's gotten away with this season alone. You know what I'm saying?
Agree,
It's just
I
like,
agree. Him.
what can Onana against Wolves?
What's the level of protection? You know what I'm saying? What's the level of protection and consistency across these challenges? How much leeway are you giving keepers? How much leeway are you giving people against keepers? You know what I mean? Like there's no consistency. There's no consistency anywhere about it, man.
Yeah, in general, I think Bournemouth can feel pretty hard done by in that game with those two decisions.
I agree. I feel
but
like
they still, regardless of those decisions, they
still should have lost. But those decisions, I feel like
a better team,
it's definitely close. Iro said
it's not like it was
himself,
a close.
Nah.
Yeah, if it was a close game and it was decided because of that.
But I mean, to be fair, that goal they disallowed when Semenyo scored, it would have made it 2-1 with 20 minutes to go.
It could have changed momentum. It could have changed momentum, and that's where it's like I don't know what the VAR is going to do and PGMO is going to do. Like they need to establish consistency, regardless of the result went our way or not.
Should they just start docking pay from these? Like, what is the solution to this? Because I honestly
in order to dock pay, you would need an independent. Almost body that's supervising the PGMOL to be able to enforce it like this. The PGMOL is never
people would have to people would have to step in and have some type of governing control of just like, hey, you guys need to kind of shape up because we're seeing the inconsistency from games that we host in whether
they should have accountability.
Yes,
they just don't have it.
Yes, how are they going to say, hey, we regulated ourselves? Here's Dermot Gallagher saying why our decision is correct. That makes no sense. No, unthorough, really bro. But yeah, otherwise 3 points, and we just got to keep pushing. I'm glad we're not crumbling. We're taking the business game by game, and we're just seeing what happens at the end of the season. I'm proud of this team. I'm very, very proud of these boys, man. We have something to build on. We have something to build on and keep going. And they're showing everything of what it takes that we can be champions. Whether it come this season or in due time in seasons to come. We're making the statements that we are going to be a fixture in this title picture for a long time to come. So proud of that performance.
Don't become the 76ers, bro.
Hey, this shit Joe says no. Won the 76ers, but that's a whole nother sport, bro. That's a whole nother sport. But
process until it's 10 years later, and that process is still trusting, bro. Hey, you gotta be careful.
That's a whole different process, man. That's processed milk or something like that. I might give you the runs. That's a different one. But we can move on from Arsenal and we can talk about a game that I watched for about a good 4 minutes. At least it felt like 4 minutes. I turned that right off, boy. Man City 5, Wolves 1. With the quickness, the level of absolute zen. I took Phil's advice, and he said, just don't watch the City game. Just don't watch it. And I did not. And I felt good. I felt great knowing that there was nothing.
Why would you sit and watch City versus Wolves?
Why?
Regardless.
Who would watch
that? If I were Hay watching, why I would never watch that.
No Pedro Neto. There was
running. What do you think about watching these Arsenal games?
Dog, it is filth. But Adrian, if you want to talk about it, you can. Just know I ain't watch a single second of that shit.
I don't blame you. I'm telling you right now, like, hey, watching City must be painful and
it's an extreme sport.
Experience. It must be, and in a way, I mean, I'm happy that I watched that Arsenal Aston Villa game a few weeks ago.
Fairs.
Straight up by chance, because I just I knew Villa were a good team, but I was not expecting them to get a result in that game. But yeah, I'm surprised that Wolves made it so easy for us. They, I mean, most teams that come to the Etihad just sit back in a low block, make it as difficult as possible. But they didn't. They tried to play, and they got slapped. So it's pretty simple in that regard.
Also, by the way, that opening penalty was very suspect in my opinion. The Guardiola and Ait Nouri one.
Was that just a coming together? Yeah, was that just like I saw on the timeline
after the ball?
On his right foot, and like Ait Nouri was coming for the same ball, and they kind of just collided. But Guardiola kicked the ball first, and it's one of those ones that if it happens in the midfield, you'd usually give a free kick for something like that. But you almost never see a penalty given after a shot is taken, and the defending player takes him out. Because I can probably count. Like, if we went back in the footage, we could probably find 20 instances of that this season, where a player is taking a shot, a defender was sliding to block, the shot got off, maybe went wide, and the defender took him out. No one even appeals for a penalty in that instance.
Yeah,
I was shocked to see that given, to be honest.
For sure.
Yeah, just more consistency. But what's it called?
Well, whenever you see the team it was given to, it kind of makes you not shocked.
Yeah,
They just get everything. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? They're the champs. They're gonna get everything.
This season too. So
when
that Spurs game, that last kick where Grealish
that wasn't VAR.
Through.
That was the referee.
Well, I mean, they could have reviewed it.
That was the referee. That wasn't VAR.
Well, it was still the refereeing. Like we've been done by the refereeing this season as well.
It's just
I'm saying that we've gotten a lot of decisions in our favor, but over the years we've been done by
a lot.
I'll never forget that Champions League where Fernando Llorente for Spurs that handball. Like, I mean,
no, that's true. Also,
we're talking about the
year before that, Liverpool screwed City over a bit with the referees. But but if we're talking post 2020, post COVID Premier League stuff, there's been some dubious.
We can just talk about this season. We don't have to go back. A Kanji goal that stood. He was in front of the goal. The penalty against Højlund against City. What else can we go? I mean,
Ederson chest
getting a red card. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many instances in key games.
No, I say this season
just gone in their favor.
Yeah, we've been lucky. I'm just saying, like going back, we've been done plenty of times as well.
For sure. I mean, every team
everybody's had their lion's share.
But we're going off of this season.
Yeah, but
this season, why would the Premier League help us this season as opposed to previous seasons?
I'm not saying the Premier League is helping you. I'm just saying is you guys
like that forward team. They want to make sure you get in there. They want to make sure you beat the Reds.
So
especially when these rereferees are going to Saudi Arabia midweek. It's not the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say there's a pro City conspiracy. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I don't
make that argument. I was gonna say though, besides the penalty, besides that, City was just too much for Wolves. It was a different level.
Why would you?
It's like how did Wolves beat City in the reverse fixture early in the season? Like when Arsenal beat West Ham 6-0. How did West Ham beat you guys earlier? It's just
no clues, bro.
Yeah, and that game against Wolves, we missed plenty of chances. It was just one of those games. Was the truth, but like giving as much space in behind for Haaland.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do Dortmund Haaland, which doesn't happen very often at City. He doesn't get the spaces like that.
A man that just needs a running start to become the Terminator. Why would you give him the running start? Why would you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
And then why would you give the shot for his left foot? Why would you give him his left-footed shot? It's like these guys are so stupid. I really don't get it. It's like you know what he's gonna do, and you know he's gonna try to go for his left, and then you still give it. I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah. But again,
they made it easy. It's almost like they wanted to lose.
I think Vardiol, like before, like these quarters or quarterfinals of the Champions League, like after he scored that for you guys, he's been a different player. Like his confidence and what he's been doing for you guys is another level. What he's doing now. And that's not what he was doing in the beginning of the season or even almost halfway through. But now he's in gear and he's going off for you guys.
He looks way more confident. I will agree with that. He looks way more confident and calm, just carrying the ball. Just having his way in the final third at times, just making things happen. Like he looks like he's getting to the point where he was as advertised and stuff like that. Like looking, uptrending towards what that money they paid for him and stuff. And I figured it would just be an adjustment period for him. Like he looked a good player coming in. Anybody needs time adjusting to what Pep is demanding. So fairs.
Yeah. It's good to see. Well, at least for me.
Probably. So only question I have left, and we can also get to that later. But when are you gonna drop points, dog? When you gonna, what I'm saying? Can you just do real quick, drop some points?
No, they're not.
I see the same.
Listen, I'm not trying.
Well, it doesn't matter if they drop. If you guys win them all,
your question is on you, brother. It's on you.
That doesn't mean I'm not hoping that Arsenal drop points before the end of the season. I mean, I know that if we win all the games, we're the champions. But
it's in y'all hands, bro. That's really the only thing that should matter, bro. Don't matter what we do. I'm just wondering if y'all gonna drop some.
They won't drop points, man.
at some point we're gonna drop points. I don't know if it'll happen in these last 3 games, but we haven't dropped points in. Well, it's been a while. I think Liverpool.
Can I tell you what's gonna happen?
What?
Can I guarantee in one of these next 3 games they're gonna be losing 2-0 minute 60 somehow, some way, and then they're gonna win the game. I guarantee you that's gonna happen in one of these 3 games. They're gonna be losing 1 or 2-0 like minute 60, and then they're just gonna win that game 4-2, 4-1, or whatever it's gonna be. I can almost guarantee you that, Trey. So don't even bother.
At the Etihad. So probably it'll be the West Ham game, final game of the season.
Which is crazy. I've seen West Ham fans like telling Arsenal fans that they're going to celebrate their loss at the Etihad.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I saw.
Yo, I just realized City's last 3 games are all London clubs.
Yep. Literally, they do not care.
Good luck,
I've seen all their fan bases, Spurs and City specifically, be like, yo, when it's 5-0 City and then City wins the league, they're gonna storm the pitch. I'm about to say, oh, like, yo, you guys are absolute, like, I'm about to say cucks, bro. So have some faith in yourselves, you sick bastards, bro.
Bro, even if you had the dream 3 opponents for City to be playing, just don't count on them dropping points in London. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen it happen. That City have been leading the way with less than 10 games to go, and they fumble the bag. It never happens.
Yeah,
they win all their games and win the league.
I have just enough delusion to get me to the end of the season. Just a little bit of faith and just enough delusion to get me through.
Expect nothing and be surprised.
Don't
watch those games or look at the foot mob scores with hope. Like
all I say is, again, I still got belief in my team to do what we got to do.
Villa up 2-0. Phil, did you watch
the 2 seasons ago?
That was Aston Villa last game of the season.
So I don't know if you know the story, but this is when I was stranded in a Houston hotel.
Oh yeah.
And so I was watching the Liverpool Wolves game on the one TV that was available, and I was just hearing the score come in, the 1-0 Villa. I was like, I've heard this before. I'm not buying it. Then I heard 2-0 Coutinho.
He said,
like, Coutinho too. I was like, oh man. Then I started getting kind of excited because City needed to win that match. So I think what happened was I heard Rodri or someone made it 2-1, and I was like, oh damn. And then out of pure nerves, I put it on that game. As soon as I put it on, boom, 2-2. I was like, yo, this is cursed. It's cursed. And I switched it back, and then I hear 3-2. I was like, it's stupid, bro.
Nah.
That's when I feel hates the picture till this day. The Salah story. They thought it was winning him.
Bro, I thought the picture you were gonna say was the screenshot I took of Villa 2-0 up, and then you see Gerrard subbed out Coutinho. Minute later, City scores 2-1, and then just boom, boom, boom. That one haunted me. Man.
No, is the one that I abused.
Yeah, I know.
League blood, or he thought he was blood.
Dog, that's it again. It's just like the people have been saying it online. It's like, yo, man, City are overdue to slip up at something, right? And I'm just like, I don't know. No. I really don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, they did. They slipped up against Real Madrid, and that's the best that we'll get from them slipping up.
That's the worst thing that can happen to the rest of us.
Was gonna win the league when it was like November, and Pep, like, City was getting a lot of criticism over the overall lack of form and the drop off from last season. And Pep came out and said, "I guarantee you, we will win the league this year." When I heard him say that, I was like, "Yeah, they're winning it, bro." This freak wouldn't come out and put his clout on the line.
Bro's doing rondos with demons and stuff in training, bro. He's a freak bull.
What about Mourinho when they asked him in January on a telecam? They're like,
"Oh, and he said Arsenal 0%."
He said 51% City, 49% Liverpool.
Sick
guy
bastard.
said, "What about Arsenal?" He said,
"Sick bastard." Sick bastard, and that's why I pray on it. Yeah,
say that he was wrong.
What the Liverpool's like are, but again,
having Liverpool at 49%,
in my heart of hearts, it would be the greatest thing ever to shit
Liverpool
on Jose Mourinho with that.
At one point.
I hear crazy. I hear people saying these crazy numbers of Liverpool were so many points ahead. When was
this? It was 6 points.
It was like around games of 27 or 28.
Ever had
was like 5.
At one point, they were 5 points ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah,
but then you guys beat us and went to 2 points.
that was like game week 27 where y'all could have beat us and went 8.
Yeah, over you guys. City had games in hand though. Like you guys would have been third in that race at that point.
So there was never an actual accurate league.
Yeah, there was no point that Liverpool was 8 points clear of second place with everyone played the same.
That's
games.
why I settled on.
Oh no, not the same game.
Yeah, that's why I settled on.
People throw these like 10 games in hand and say you were 6 points ahead. It's like, come on, man. Let's be serious.
But
That's
yeah, nah,
ridiculous.
all I expect for Arsenal to do, I just pray we keep fighting to the end, we win our games, and we see what happens. I'm proud of them this season either way for standing on business and doing better than we did last year. But we gotta see. Fingers crossed. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen these last 3 games. One of you bastards pull together, man. Lock in. But outside of that,
all of the clubs whose fans hate Arsenal.
it's not gonna be Spurs though.
Just vibe with it.
I have no faith. I have
all
no faith
London
in them, man.
clubs whose fans have beef with Arsenal.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, bro. I already seen it, bro. I already seen hella Tottenham fans crash down. Like, bro, we need to lose that game. City game, we need to lose
forget
that
about
game.
the fans.
Play the kids.
Fulham Football Club has ops in their squad. Has Arsenal ops in the squad. Like,
Nah, facts, bro. Willian's gonna want no parts of this. Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough out here, man.
My man's taking a breather.
Don't expect anything. Don't hope for anything.
Yeah. I can't. My heart will try, but my mind will keep me at bay. It is what it is. But we can move on to one of these teams that are kind of involved in these last 3 games. But before they went to City, or they're going to City, they took an L to Liverpool. Liverpool 4, Tottenham 2. It was at Anfield. And yeah, what the hell? It was just the smoothest sailing game, and they scored quick 2, but then that was it. Like, they were getting bodied, bro. They were getting bodied most of that game. Phil, break it down. What's happening?
I gotta start with you saying what happened with the switch up. Well, essentially, the Klopp substitutions killed us, destroyed us. I mean, it was 4-0 up in the second last home game of the season. And I don't begrudge him for thinking this is the perfect time to give Bajcetic his first minutes of the season. Like, what other opportunity will we get? But, oh, wow. He was so off the pace. So off the pace. He was horrible. He was so bad. So we were essentially playing a man down after Endo came off for Bajcetic. And then also, while he wasn't as bad, Gomez took something away from us coming on the left back ahead of Robertson, because Robertson was having probably his best game of the season.
Yeah.
So there was just that. So Bajcetic was a huge drop off, and then Robertson's energy was gone. So Liverpool lost like a lot of impetus, and then he also took off McAllister at that point, and then he took off Elliott after Richarlison had scored. So just like a lot of the drive just left, and typical complacency also being 4 goals up. And then on the flip side, the Tottenham substitutions were actually a breath of fresh air. Madison coming on, taking off Emerson Royale and putting Swift left back.
Emerson
they actually started playing much better after that happened. Bringing on Richarlison made a huge difference for them. So just like the two substitutions doing that at the same time kind of led to that chaotic end to the game. But everything before that first hour was beautiful. I was loving it. This was like the end. This was almost a carbon copy of the game against Tottenham last season, where we raced up 3-0 and then they had to come back at the end, but we still won.
Yeah.
It's just the annual Spurs hiding at Anfield.
Fact, they were getting ripped, bro. I'm sorry, they was getting defiled. It was just easy pickings all over the place, bro.
I said last season when Liverpool picked up form, won like 7 or 6 in a row, that front 3 of Diaz, Gakpo, Salah is the best front 3 Liverpool can play. And then we probably saw it like maybe twice this whole season up until these past few weeks. But it's, especially in that Tottenham game, it's been looking really good. Especially with the way Gakpo and Diaz can kind of interchange a lot.
Facts. Gakpo on the left side was looking confident, bro. I was watching the highlights back earlier. He was looking like
the false
attacking.
9, and Diaz is on the left. He drifts out to the left, and Diaz comes into the middle, and it's just really fluid. And like everything about it just looks way more
coherent.
Dynamic. Yeah, way more dynamic and just like much like we just play better football like that. Gakpo is a better footballer than Nunez. He's a better footballer than Jota. Even though the two of them are better than him at other things, his link of play is much better. He's so good at driving with the ball, like picking it up and driving. And you're seeing it now when he's confident and he has. I'm telling you, Gakpo with the beard is different. His extra confidence and aggression he's been playing with this past month or two has been amazing. Like he played himself into Liverpool's future essentially, because he was starting to look like the odd man out, looking ahead. And then we don't have to talk about this right now, but also with a fellow Dutch manager coming in, Arne Slot. You don't know what plans he might have for Gakpo, but he's playing himself into being a regular in the front line next season.
What's up with Darwin Núñez deleting all his pictures of Liverpool?
I have no idea, bro. I think I was hearing that he was getting a lot of abuse. Maybe like his wife, like was even getting abuse.
Dang,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's
I don't know how true this is.
From Liverpool fans? That's crazy.
Bro, you know it's the freaking Liverpool fans that live in. I want to even say a country so before I get canceled. But like,
I know
yeah, living in some nonsense places that just like they're probably 14 years old. They don't go outside and like they're just the most toxic human beings you can imagine. Like the type that would send racist abuse to those English players after missing penalties. But like it's I wouldn't. Obviously, it's like coming from me. It sounds kind of like a cop out, but I wouldn't use those clowns to represent Liverpool fans at all. Like they're just absolute idiots. And if that's the reason why Nunez deleted that stuff, then I feel terrible. However, with that being said, it doesn't make sense for him to delete those posts as a result of
turn off your comment.
Yeah, as a result of that. So I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't know. This was maybe the one game where him coming on as a sub, he genuinely looked angry when things weren't going his way. Usually he still kind of has a smile, but anytime like a pass didn't come his way or whatever, he was freaking out. So I don't know if there's a bigger picture stuff going on with him and his future at the club. But it does look kind of ominous when a player does something like that. Because usually you would just like remove it from your bio, right? Going and deleting every single post. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like he deleted everything. He specifically
just the Liverpool.
They tweaking out, bro. After the Salah thing, bro, you trying to do some carryover. Like, bro, we don't need all that drama, man. The Klopp about to be out of here, bro. You don't got to do all that. Like, chill out.
Salah had a crazy the misses that you guys had towards the end of the game were crazy.
When he was mad close up, he could have took a touching and just leaned it in back. Now he just let it roll past him.
That's vintage Salah. He always has one of those.
That was filthy.
I'm just more pleased his overall play was much better than it has been recently.
Than what it's been.
Spurs made it so easy for us. I mean, it would have been tough to not have a good game in the attack in that one. But before we move on, even though this game was totally meaningless, man, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that Jarell Quansah is probably a better partner for Van Dijk than Konate. This guy is so good. Bold shout. I think England's future defense is Jarell Quansah and Jared Branthwaite. I genuinely think the two of them could be.
They're gonna be in that. They're gonna be in the English squad.
Because Stones is like 29 now. Once Stones and Maguire,
that guy's less available than freaking Rich James. So.
Yeah, once the two of them are out of the picture, I really think.
I thought she was gonna say a none, but fair, definitely.
Yeah, Quansah is so good though. Like he's like just a physical specimen but more importantly than that, he is so good on the ball. Like he kind of does the Matip stuff where he just picks up and can kind of drive forward with it. Yeah. But he looks less clumsy than him. He's genuinely a really bright talent, and I'm glad that he's getting a consistent run. And then the second thing I wanted to say is, this was the best Harvey Elliott has ever played in the Liverpool shirt.
He had a really good game.
He was incredible. It was not gonna lie, I had been starting to think that Elliott might have a tough time being a focal point in the Liverpool team in the future, just because we still don't know what type of a player he is. He's not a winger. I'd never really thought he was a number 8. The number 10 is kind of dead. But hey, like if he can play like that in one of the progressive 8 roles, this was a real standout performance. And we have to remember, he's still just turned 21 years old. Like he still has a lot that he can improve on, but that just showed like what he's capable of. Like he's a terrier off the ball. Like he was involved in every single goal, whether it was a direct GA or just winning the ball back in his insane press. So I'm excited to see what, again, like obviously I'm devastated Klopp is leaving, but another part of me is really excited to see what another manager sees in this personnel. You know, does he see Trent as a midfielder? Does he see Elliott as an inverted 10? Does he see him as an 8? What's he going to do there? Does he see Gakpo as a winger or as a striker? So a lot of really cool things that I'm glad players are picking form at this time of the season, so we can kind of go into the summer, a bit happier than we were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, here. And I guess before we go, I do want to at least, we'll slot the conversation here. We'll kind of move it up a little bit. Let's just talk real quick about Arne Slot. Again, he's basically confirmed at this point. We were a little bit behind the cosh, but we're here now and catch up. He's basically confirmed as the new manager of Liverpool from all over the place. I guess with him, with Michael Edwards, running the shots again and really getting a full swing at getting control over the football club, and with Arne Slot, I guess how are you feeling about that dynamic, what Arne Slot can bring, What's your thought process on it?
Well, about the overall dynamic, I'm excited. I was buzzing when Edwards signed back for the club, and yeah, it's not just. I think we talked about it. It's not just a Liverpool thing. He's the CEO of football for FSG, and FSG want to be start a multi-club industry like City has at the moment. So he won't be as primarily focused with Liverpool as he is right now. I think he's more hands-on now and just getting the manager and all that.
Yeah.
But one of the first things Edwards did was bring in Richard Hughes from Bournemouth as our new sporting director. So from here on out, from this summer out, he's going to be the one more involved in the running of a Liverpool Football Club. And I don't know, like, I can't say I was looking at Richard Hughes as a promising sporting director before we recruited him. But one thing that kind of excites me about Schlott is Richard Hughes was the guy in charge of getting Sinisterra and Senesi from Feyenoord.
That's good finds.
To Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So he's been looking at what they've been doing. He's had his eye on that club for a while. A lot of the data for Arne Slot looks really good, and of course that stuff only goes so far. Like no one knows what he's going to do with Liverpool. I'm more excited than worried at this point. From interviews I've seen of him, from the way anyone who knows him in the Netherlands has spoken about him, it's really promising. Not even just Feyenoord fans, but just Dutch journalists that I've been hearing, rival fans. A lot of them have nothing but good things to say about Schlott, which is usually a pretty good sign. The people who know him really well have great things to say. Even the AZ Alkmaar, he left in a a controversial fashion because he got sacked because he was talking to Feyenoord.
Oh damn, that's tough. Yeah, they probably serious about that shit.
But he was overachieving with them. They could have won the league in the COVID season before it got cut off. And then won Feyenoord their first league in a while, and then is genuinely just a steady hand. The one thing that kind of gives me a bit of worry is the fact that he's extremely inexperienced. He's been at Feyenoord for maybe 3-4 years, and then at AZ Alkmaar he was there for maybe 2 max. And he was an assistant before that. So there's not a lot of long-term management at a single club under his belt at this point. So we'll see how that translates. I'm just excited for fresh ideas. I've been watching all those data videos breaking down the style of football, and he seems to put a lot more value in build-up play than Klopp does. Yeah, which I am a huge fan of. Probably the one biggest stain on Klopp's time at Liverpool is we've never been a good build-up team, and when we play against City, a lot of the times we're just played off the park and we'll score goals through transition. And I would love to be a team that can be as dominant on the ball as City, as Arsenal, so we're not just playing our heavy metal football, disrupt you and try and score that way. So we'll see. We'll see how Slot does. I'm excited to see what he can produce.
Sounds like Mark Goldbridge talking about Erik Ten Hag, brother. Good luck. That's all I'll say.
Well, okay. Also, the comparisons of Schlott and Ten Hag are probably the laziest things.
Let's start at the head shape, brother, because those two heads are not alike.
I'm not even talking about both. I'm talking about league, nationality. Since Cruyff, those guys need help in that department. Look at Coleman, man. That guy. Those guys stinks.
Well, I don't think anyone ever really thought Coleman was a very, very good manager, even though he did a decent job at Southampton when he was there.
They thought of Erik Ten Hag, that he was a very good manager. Progressive, play off the back.
We can have a whole podcast on what's different about those two things. Ajax football was never gonna translate well to the squad Ten Hag had at United.
No.
Arne Slot's football is perfectly suited for this current Liverpool team. Ten Hag took over a sinking ship. Arne Slot is taking over a rising young squad. He's also just a completely different person with completely different styles of football. He doesn't play Ajax football. And he's also, from what I've been seeing of him, he comes off really charismatic and he's a very good communicator, which I don't think anyone would ever say that about Ten Hag. And in English, by the way, his English is much better than Ten Hag's, and he comes off really well, which goes a long way at these big clubs. Like, a lot of it is the presence you command.
That's
very true. Yeah, so a lot of these things on paper seem really good. Again, I can't say I know how it's going to go, but I'm, like I said earlier, I'm more excited than worried with him.
Word. Bird? No, fair. So we're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, Liverpool hopefully end up on the best note they can. You know what I'm saying? For the end of the season, and y'all go again in summer.
Hopefully for you. Hopefully for you. I'm not saying
for Phil's sake. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what. Outside of that, it is what it is. But I'm trying to be nice, damn it. But a game I did watch, damn it. A game that we all saw. Today's
You're on
game.
the phone. You didn't watch it. You're on the phone on FaceTime doing God knows what.
I was talking to a United fan who just so happened to be my cousin who was going through it, and I had to see what was going down. And boy did I. Crystal Palace 4, Man United 0. Damn. Gene, just open up the talks, man. I have nothing else to say but damn right now. Go ahead.
Just add it into another Ten Hag scoreline. I don't think there's been a manager for United that just has the worst scorelines possible from any like it's just so bad. Like you can't back anything. Like I was mentioning, I understand the back line, I understand the injuries, but then do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just beg someone to play, like do something about it. You're doing the same formation over and over again. You're asking Casemiro to play something, like do something different. Try something different. He's not trying it. He just keeps doing the same mistake over and over again. We're conceding more shots than I don't know. He just doesn't do anything to change it. It's just every day it's like worse and worse to watch. So you can't defend that. If he's trying to do something different, he's like, damn, this guy got injuries and it's tough. He's making a 100-year-old Johnny Evans and 75-year-old Casemiro play. You know what I'm saying? But he's not trying to do anything different. Like I said, try a back line of 5. Play 2 DMs with the back. Like try something. He's just not trying, and he's just conceding a million shots per game. He's just not trying. I think
it's a common thread that a lack of pragmatism in the league is going to get your ass whipped, and we've seen that across him, Postecoglou. You know what I'm saying?
We've seen Ten Hag be pragmatic a lot.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was squad selection. I don't know.
We see him set up with a bus,
sometimes
more than a handful of times.
The first season, that's what he would do, and some games this season. So if you have everyone injured, why don't you do what? You think Crystal Palace is so ass? You could play freaking Casemiro and Johnny Evans as center back and Wan-Bissaka at left back,
and not to mention all these reports are saying Johnny Evans failed the fitness test and he still asked him to play. So you're playing an injured Johnny Evans.
Mason Mount that hasn't played 90 minutes of football and God knows how long. Freaking Eriksen.
Who was on the bench that he could have played? Like your squad is pretty barren in this.
No, it's depleted. But he's just. What is he trying to do? Why can't he? Why don't you set up super defensively? That's not what he did.
Yeah, I think he might get more flack going to Crystal Palace and parking the bus in 0-0 than getting hammered. I don't know. I think it's a lose-lose battle. I think he's been a dead man walking for a long time now, and then this just put any more of a nail on the coffin than was already there. Because I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I fully expected Man United to lose today. I fully expected them to.
I agree.
I thought we were gonna lose. I thought we were gonna lose 2-1.
Especially when Bruno ended up being injured, which again, that never happens. That's an automatic bad omen. Like
that hasn't happened in 800 games. 800 games of the guy's life.
Never seen this man gone ever. And
they're playing against that super Crystal Palace team. They're a super team under Oliver Glasner.
Glasner's Galacticos, bro. These men are ridiculous.
If they hold on to Eze and Elise this summer,
nasty.
They can push top 8 next season.
They'll be nasty work. They just got to make some defensive signs to clear up some couple things here. Maybe just a little bit of defensive coverage.
Right back,
good man.
No, just right back.
Klein's still doing a job, and then Joaquin Anderson.
Shout out to Klein.
Yeah, he's still doing a job, man.
For reality TV,
he came off from the bench. Mitchell's still doing his thing. I think they're fine, honestly. And Chris Richards also has had at least a new life under Glasner. Hodgson was playing him as like a DM.
That's fair. They have a good mix.
What would be more Crystal Palace than buying Wan-Bissaka back from United and having him play right back for the next 10 years?
He'd be back in a place where he's comfy. So
I could see Palace signing Wan-Bissaka. He goes to Palace. They beat United 4-0 again, and Bissaka.
Bro, listen, they've had the same 3 center backs for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
So they get Wan-Bissaka. They'll keep 3 center backs, 3 right backs for 25 plus years. It'll be insane.
Hey, but yeah, the level that they play, bro. Again, there's enough stealing their team to be physical, win duels and stuff like that. But then they just platform their team, and then they just tell Eze and Elise, y'all go do whatever y'all want. Y'all be all right.
That black excellence.
Facts, bro. You just go cook, bro. And on top of that, you got JP Mateta going around with sauce, bro, moving with impunity. Ow. This the level this guy's hit over the past like 8 games. The past 8 games been nasty, bro. He's been moving with pure confidence, pure sauce.
He's on his Papi Cisse wave.
Facts. This is the run.
Manolo Gabbiadini wave.
Facts, bro.
Nikita Jelic wave.
Yes, sir.
All these players that have like 6 incredible months. I mean, we'll see if he can do it next season. But yeah, his form since
even Edouard when he came on, he was close to scoring too. I think
he hit the post. He hit their post. Onana was planted, bro. He didn't even look. Onana didn't even move. He just said.
Can I quickly say, Onana has this weird thing of, I don't know. He gets beaten by shots that don't look like they should beat him. Like the Elise goal was like in the middle of the net.
Yeah.
The Edouard one, like Onana just stood still, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if it's a problem that he like tries to anticipate so much that he's already gone from the far post, and then if the player goes in the eyes, he's finished.
That's what he has to do, bro. When you face 30 shots every game, week in, week out, like you know what I'm saying? Like it gets to you. I mean, I feel sorry for him. I really do. Yeah. Again, I hope he gets out of United, go to a decent club where he could excel his career.
That's good. He's lost his head.
The generational head loss, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. But just to put a bow on it, Crystal Palace, yeah, they was whooping y'all asses, bro. They was moving with impunity, bro. I'm about to say Tyreek Mitchell tap in and all stuff like that. It was all light work. And I just want to bring up this stat. If y'all lost that game, which y'all did, no matter any results that continue on for the rest of the season, mathematically, you will finish on less points than Man United did under David Moyes in 2013-14.
Yo,
I was thinking about that. This is actually the worst.
I know.
The most losses that they've had in the Premier League campaign.
This is worse than the Ole Ragnick.
Since in the post-Ferguson era, I don't think they've ever finished lower than 7th, which was the Moyes season.
They've never lost
right now.
Yeah, they've never lost 5 times in a season in London.
It's not even the positioning. It's the points, bro. It's just
the funny thing is
the points and the positioning add up too. But I was thinking about positioning. Like I was thinking 7th was the worst under Moyes the first season.
Yeah,
I don't think it's been worse than 7th ever since then. And if they finish 8th, which is a real possibility, I mean they could finish higher than 8th. But at the moment they're in 8th. So that would be the worst. Like this would actually technically be the worst season that
they're finished.
It probably will be.
They've had a bunch of these stat lines and stuff like that. They've lost in London 5 times. It's the first time it's ever happened in Prem history. Like there are all these other like rolling stat lines that gone through. This has been
bro.
Yes, for me.
We've had the most
3 times and couldn't be.
Yeah, I get injuries. Including with injuries, including with all this. Yeah, you
could add any other season.
That's also true.
Team that's ever played.
That is also true. You guys had the most.
We had the most injuries ever.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah, that like a team has like sustained, I guess, or it's registered or whatever. Again, it's all going bad.
Arsenal physio.
It's all
Arsenal physio.
Dr. O'Driscoll. Dr. O'Driscoll. Agent O'Driscoll.
That was it.
That guy's a menace, bro. That guy's a menace.
That was a strategic transfer.
Winter Soldier vibes, bro. That guy's a destabilizer. That guy is different.
That's a revenge for Mikel Silvestre.
Nah, type shit.
I really can't. If we didn't have Bruno and Onana in our team, I think we'd finish 16th, 15th.
Yeah, y'all would be
there if we didn't have those 2 players.
Y'all would be somewhere towards the tail end of mid-table. Y'all would be
like
somewhere.
No jokes. But again, so this is where like this is why it took me so long to like be like Ten Hag out, because like who did we sign in January? We knew we were depleted. What did the team do to sign anyone in January? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like who do we have on loan? We gave players back on them. Reguilon left and he's like at Brentford playing well. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's no backing of anything. It's just a mess. It's really just a mess.
They don't believe in him, bro. They're not gonna give him any resources to hang on longer than this season. I feel like, especially if it. So what?
Tuchel to Old Trafford? Is that what's about to happen?
That seems to be the play.
Well, it doesn't matter. We could get Pep Guardiola at Old Trafford right now. We're gonna finish that 5th place with this team.
he gonna need about like 6 gallons of holy water just to at least bless the pitch, bro. He gonna need to reverse a lot of bullshit.
Bro, he'll have you guys. He'll have you guys steady with that back five that you want so bad, G. Don't worry. He'll implement it quick, bro.
He will have something for you, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, in the past couple of years, I've experienced, you know, that 10 like first season, those games, bro, it's tough to watch 1-0, maybe a 2-0, and now he completely changed where the game is 4-3, 5-6, to whatever, a million to whatever it could be. I'll choose watching the most boring game of football week in and week out with the 5 back, with our center backs taking shots from half field to get a goal, like Rudiger was doing for Chelsea. Like, I'll take that every day of the week than exciting games. Trust me, exciting games to lose, I don't want it. Please.
Mm-hmm. And just to move on, just kind of keying in players. Casemiro, apparently he was dribbled past 8 times in this game, the most by any player in the Premier League this season. And Jamie Carragher, again, he took to the timeline and everything, and he was on punditry duties and stuff. He was like, either you leave football or the football leaves you. And at this point, Casemiro's finished at the top level. He basically said, "Yeah, yo, bro, hang it up, bro."
Yeah.
Yep.
What I know,
buddy.
Why does he try to keep getting the ball? Like, why do you keep, like, him and Johnny Evans, like, kept trying to burst for the ball? Like, you're gonna get dribbled past by it, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do what Van Dijk does, just keep backing up and make them make the play. Like, you're giving them the way out.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think Casemiro is an agent right now. I think he's one of the trying to get Ten Hag sack guys. Because I don't think, even though he's dropped levels, I don't think he's this bad. Like, he'd make the brainless decisions that he's been making. I mean, he's got to be.
But he's trying to get goals.
He's doing agent work.
He's trying
you
to
saw
get goals.
Casemiro on the 4th goal. The Casemiro on the 4th goal. My man could have cleared it with his left foot. He could have cleared that long time, bro. He was like, "Yeah, I'll just fall over."
He wasn't making these decisions at Real Madrid, you know. So
he wasn't making these decisions last year for us. He had a phenomenal year last year.
He didn't have dopes around him.
His legs are gone, bro.
Yeah,
his legs are gone. Like, sometimes it hits you like a ton of bricks when you like Fabinho, when you just see a player one week, it's like, yo, this guy sucks.
Yeah. What about my man saying that one clip? He was like Portland Timbers, Orlando City. You know what I'm saying? Seattle Sounders, LA Galaxy. They're calling, brother. Pick up the phone.
Talking about wanting a player out, I mean, this is Ten Hag's star boy, Anthony. Guy is sending egg emojis of his manager in the chat. Real? That's from like
ITK.
That's like the most credited source in Brazil coming out with that. Like, it would be like it's like,
I'm about to say somebody grandmama in Brazil got that off the WhatsApp group.
Like, confirm a player did something. Like, it's not like it's like the Sun or you know what I'm saying? It's like something that they somewhat have some type of credibility. You know what I'm saying? They're just not making up stories. So that's why it's like,
that's wild.
He was and he was the first player to get subbed this game, and he was one of the better players, like, going forward, stuff like that. So it might be true. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, man.
But sending an egg emoji for your manager.
Hey, it's looking. I feel like a good minute ago he lost the dressing room, and again, you looking at it, you seeing, like, you know, Sancho in the semifinal after that whole bust up. Some of these players looking like, you know, texting, liking things on Twitter on the side. I feel like, again,
he's gone, man.
You could say things you could already say things from a technical level. Not good. It did not pan out the way he wanted to, but especially from the man management side of things, I feel like it's been so divisive and hot and cold that it's just it's untenable. It's untenable. He's gone past that point, bro. The only solid decision he probably made was the Ronaldo thing. Decided, like, hey, cut this man off or whatever, get him out of here, blah blah blah, and stand on business. That was probably the only thing he could have said solid. That's a universal good. Everything else has come with some side effects, some backtracking that was not good for his tenure. I'll
only say yes to that because of the Ronaldo's contract.
Yeah.
If he wasn't making like $600K a week, I would be pissed at it. Yeah, but guy had an insane contract.
Yeah, that money was filthy, bro. Y'all could have did something else. But yeah, Man United are cooked. Before we move on to the next topic, though, shout out to Adam Wharton. Shout out to Adam Wharton, that young kid that played for Crystal Palace, bro. He is ridiculously good. He is ridiculously mature for, again, his age, how he's playing. That's like Mainu ballpark. He is Mainu ballpark. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's
made.
I think I will stand on business and say he's Mainu ballpark. I won't say he's the exact same level or whatever, but I think he has that potential to be in those talks, to the maturity to play in that system.
Mainu could be the best midfielder in the world in 5 years.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying that Adam Wharton is going to be the best midfielder, one of the best midfielders in there. But right now, he's showing a level.
You can't say he's on that.
He's not that ballpark.
He's
not that ballpark.
I'm not saying he's
that's
going
like
to
saying
be
Mason Mount. That's like saying Mason Mount is Phil Foden ballpark.
Damn, no, he's not. All right, so
let
me read. So then, fine, I can qualify my statement. I think that he is playing well beyond his years. He's playing fantastic right now. He's one to watch. He's somebody that will be a very notable player in the Premier League in years to come. Coming straight from the Championship, and he's done absolute wonders. He's taken to this league like, again, duck to water, fish to water, whatever you want to call it. And he's loving life right now because he's been playing exceptionally well. Shouts to all them Championship players that have made the jump and just been cooking. Him, Morgan Rogers, a couple other players. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot this season, but the Championship players have been doing business. Shout out to Adam Wharton. So yeah, that's that. Real quick, let's go to Yank Picks, man. Let's go to our picks, man. Let's go to our player of the week and our fraud of the week. Who got him? Who got him?
We talked about both of them pretty recently. My player of the week is Harvey Elliott. My fraud of the week is Casemiro.
Well,
nah, bro.
You guys too old.
Bro, that 8 dribble pass stat
is bro, it's looking rough, bro. I'm sorry. Him getting pushed over like that, him getting thrown over.
Yeah, that was when I saw that happen, I knew he was my fraud of the week.
That guy he's finished. He's finished.
So my
bro.
player of the week is actually the guy who pushed him over. Munoz.
Daniel Munoz.
Yeah, Daniel Munoz. What a game he had.
He was cooking.
He was the best player in the pitch.
He was cooking.
He was the best player in the pitch. I mean, Olise had his goals and stuff like that, but oh my, that guy was participating in almost everything. I mean, he had 2 assists. He won that ball over Casemiro. He was all over the place, just playing good defensively. So he's my player of the week. Holland, obviously, second choice. 2 penalties, so I'm not gonna add him there. My fraud of the week. Erik Ten Hag, man. It's just what he says after these interviews is just the way that he, I can't stand it. I just can't stand it anymore. He's my fraud of the week.
All right, fairs. I'll go. My player of the week. I'm gonna switch it up. Give me Callum Hudson-Odoi in a very critical game where they had to get something out of this game to get forward, get over Luton. He stepped up with a big goal to take the lead, and then a clincher at the end. So he scored 2 big goals. I'm not sure if he got an assist or not in that game, but still a big performance nonetheless. He was quality. He was quality, and he's
saved them.
Yeah,
literally. I think they're safe now.
Literally pulled out a potentially again. The whole league-saving effort for them. So shout outs to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He did his numbers. My fraud of the week, without any other questions, it has to be, bro. Ten Hag, bro. I don't know how you sit there and this man was like, we've only lost. I don't know if you saw the post game, but he was like, we only lost 4 games in 2024. This came as a shocker. We were surprised. You know what I mean? And everybody else in the world was not surprised. We knew this was coming. We knew you weren't gonna win this game, bro. You was getting cooked. Oh my goodness. The level of delusion that he's exhibited this season has been nothing short of fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. For the entertainment factor, I've been thoroughly enjoying his level of delusion. I don't know how you can be that delusional and sit in a job for that long. It takes a special somebody, bro. It takes some real brain power. He's the type of guy that he has like the worst son possible playground. He's just beating all the other kids, and like the kid will get in trouble, and he's like, "Nah, my kid's the best kid. He's the bad one." He's that type of guy, bro. It's nasty work. Ten Hag, man. That dent getting larger and larger every day, bro. I can see the stress on you, bro. Shit crazy. Adrian, what you got for your picks?
I got to put that on the internet, bro.
And the worst part is whatever team he goes to next, he's gonna cook. So that's the worst part of all of this.
I bet if he goes to a different league, he'll probably be fine.
Sinking ship so bad.
I can see he'd probably go back to Ajax, maybe.
Yeah. Unlucky.
Or Bayern.
They cook.
Oh wait, I haven't seen him linked with Bayern.
Yeah, they have him on their short list apparently.
Yeah, Bayern is a mess, by the way. They wanted Alonso,
Allegedly.
they wanted Ragnick. They're all over the
They wanted
place.
Nagelsmann back, and Nagelsmann was like, nah.
Yeah, they
bro.
wanted Nagelsmann. Yeah, everyone just keeps rejecting Bayern.
So
I believe Alonso committed to staying at Leverkusen just so Bayern would shut up. Not even Liverpool related.
That whole meme, bro. Who want me, bro? No, 100%. Get him out of here, bro.
Bro, because they have the most cancerous, toxic board, man. Like
Facts. Those guys
like,
are.
Why would you, after seeing what happened with Nagelsmann, why would you want to go manage him?
Facts. But yeah,
You can
Adrian,
only, sorry, this is a big tangent, but you
Hey,
can
go
only
ahead.
lose as a Bayern manager. You can't win.
Facts.
You can only
Facts.
lose.
Literally, if they don't say nothing to you, you're doing a good job. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally, bro. But yeah, Adrian, give us your picks, dog.
Yeah, quickly. Holland player of the week. Had to give it to him. 4 goals. And then my fraud of the week goes to the Tottenham Spurs.
Yeah,
getting
good
humiliated.
pick. Good
Because
pick.
in this particular frame of time, it was for the Chelsea and the Liverpool games, but I'll include all the humiliations they've suffered as of lately.
Good pick.
So, yeah, I
Great
think they
pick.
suffered. Yeah.
Tottenham get battered everywhere they
Hotspur.
go.
Hotspur.
Everywhere they go. Man, you love to see it, Rev. You love to see it. All right, well, let's get to these predictions, man. Let's talk about the predictions we gonna get into for this week. Again, 5 games. Y'all know the drill. Go and pick them. 4 points for the right result, 10 points for the right score. And yeah, we gonna get into it. 5 games on the docket. First and foremost, reverse fixtures from the Champions League. First up, Real Madrid versus Bayern München in the Estadio Bernabéu. Okay, all right.
Man, these are so hard to predict.
Yes, they are.
Oh, I think.
First leg was a 2-2.
Do we know
man?
if there's any new injuries Real Madrid picked up?
No,
I don't think so. No, I think they rested a lot of players.
Yeah,
Okay,
people-
so fully rested, and we can expect Courtois to probably start, right?
that would be all.
That's a
Side
great
note,
question.
that would be
He got his
ridiculous.
first clean sheet in La Liga back the other day. Did you see that? And they gave him it was like a huge celebration of the players.
Oh,
like,
I did not
celebrating
know
with them.
that. Low key,
That would be really interesting. I think
if I'm
think
Lunin,
he's
I'd
gonna
be
stick
pissed
with
off.
Lunin.
If I'm Lunin, I would
I
be
think,
pissed off.
I think he's gonna stick with Lunin though. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
You gotta know the pecking order, man. Like as well as Kelleher plays when Alisson's back,
Yeah.
he plays. Like
True, but
if
like,
Courtois is 100% fit, you have to start him. in my opinion. I'm
yeah.
gonna say Real Madrid will win this match. 2-1.
This guy always copies me, bro. I have 2-1 Madrid 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my 90-minute result 1-1. That'll be for the points. All right. I'll add on
Mm.
that Real Madrid will win in extra time.
2-1, 3-1 extra time. Just to
2-1.
get.
I'll say 2-1. I'll say 2-1, but after extra time.
Okay. Just want to be
Go
technical.
by
You know what I'm saying?
Antonio Rudiger.
Facts. With the Waluigi run after.
The Ripper.
I'm gonna go Real Madrid 3, Bayern 2.
Damn.
A fun game.
All right. Next game up, the other reverse fixture. PSG versus Borussia Dortmund at the Parc des Princes.
So the other one was hard to predict. I genuinely think this one is impossible. Like I don't know how you can say anything with any certainty in this match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
agree.
Dortmund plays so well.
I'm just gonna vibe it, bro. 2-2 draw. Dortmund through to the final.
Nah. I have a 2.
Bro, stop stealing my flow.
Dang. So these brothers are in sync.
Bro.
All right. You said 2-2 draw as well, Adrian?
Man, 2-1 PSG in
Another
extra
extra
time. No, yeah, I think they'll go to extra time. 2-1 PSG. I think they're going to go to penalties.
So who won
And
penalties?
I think PSG is going to win on penalties.
Well, yeah, I'll just say penalties.
I don't know why. I feel like Luis Enrique always loses in penalty shootouts, though. Like with Spain, they lost to Morocco right in the last World Cup. In the Euro before, they lost to Italy in penalties. Like I saw this image of Luis Enrique on the touchline during a penalty shootout with like that face.
But it could be just a Spain thing.
No, of course. It's just I associate Luis Enrique with like his
losing
posture on the
penalties,
touchline in a penalty shootout.
Let me see. This is tough, man. Give me 2-1. Borussia Dortmund. They hang on.
At the Parc des Princes.
They hang on.
Wow.
Come
The
on.
high podcast did come in.
Come on, Dortmund. Hey, shut up. Chill out. All right, we can go shift back.
Dortmund on some form though. Didn't they just beat they just battered someone?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know who it was, but they won like 5-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Augsburg.
I think Royce got like 3 assists, like something crazy like that.
Dang, on his way out too. He's leaving the club at the end of the season.
Bro, I want nothing more than for him to leave with a Champions League trophy.
That would be poetry. Facts. But we can move on. We can get back to the Premier League on this one. Fulham versus Man City at Craven Cottage.
I'm sorry, Trey. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 City win.
Oh my God, he almost did it again. Have 4-1 Manchester City.
2-0 City.
My heart tells me 2-2, but everything else in the universe tells me 3-0 City.
Damn, nil. Wow. Not even
Which is it?
Them men might not even they might get a disallowed goal, but then that shit go right back. That shit is cooked. And then moving down the line to the Theater of Dreams, Man United versus Arsenal.
That's a really
I'm gonna say a solid little 3-0 for Arsenal at Old Trafford.
All right, 3-0.
I have 4, Manchester United 1.
easy.
Fairs.
If Bruno's back. If Bruno's not back, Arsenal 6, United 0.
Nah. Also, but what was Bruno out with? Was it just sickness, or is it just like an actual physical injury?
Injury.
To what?
Injury.
Do you know specifics of like his knee or
I don't
anything?
know.
Okay, no, not yet. All right,
I didn't even look. I didn't even look into it. Nope.
He didn't want to play. He didn't want to go to Selhurst Park.
He just saw the alert and fell to his knees.
Brother played with a broken hand.
My heart wants a 2-2.
Fairs.
But I'm gonna go with 1-0 to Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal, the classic. Okay. This game is going to be the death of me. Again, I told you, I already know how I feel about this game. I think mentally, it is still our biggest hurdle, just because of the mental hoodoo, getting over all this bullshit. But still, I believe it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. 3-1 to the Arsenal. 3-1 to the Arsenal. All right, and the last game on the docket, moving to the Europa League. We are taking it a little bit further out. We're gonna go Marseille versus Atalanta. I believe 1-1 on aggregate, right?
The first leg was very even in France. Now they're back in Italy. I mean, I saw Atalanta playing like prime Barcelona at Anfield last month. So I think they are capable of a higher ceiling than maybe Marseille are. So I'm going to say 2-0 Atalanta.
2-0 Atalanta.
I'm going 3-1 Atalanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I also said 3-1 Atalanta.
2-1 Marseille. 2-1 Marseille.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
He magic me. Obama who?
No love for Said Kolasinac.
Hey, shout out to him, bro. Get that brother out of here, bro.
Never forget. What is the expression one time? He was like, Said Kolas. You had Said Kolasinac at the back. He was looking more like Said from Said.
Nah, filthy, bro. Filthy. But
shout out expressions, man.
oh man. Oh my goodness, we're gonna leave that where it lies. But that is it for our predictions, and that's all we got on the docket for the show. We don't need to do one word outros. We can just outro how you feel. All right. And I know, Gene's loving that. But yeah, man, let's give us the outros. Adrian, take us home, bro. How you feeling?
My brother froze.
It's
for 40 minutes.
We just need just need to get our job done as City. That's it. Like that's all I really have to say. Like I don't know how the teams are gonna react. Like particularly Spurs and West Ham. I know how their fans feel, but I don't know how their players or their managers feel. So I'm hoping that they have some kind of feelings towards Arsenal winning the league. But yeah, I mean, even so, that Spurs game is still a juju, a hurdle for us. So still a little worrying, but still optimistic.
Yeah, fairs. Gene, give us your closing statements.
Yeah, fuck Ten Hag.
He's pleading the fifth.
Nah, facts. No words. Dang, no words. That says enough to me.
Well, I thought he was gonna say that bald egghead.
I thought you could do the sound.
Nah,
effect,
we don't body shame out here, man.
Yeah, nah, but
no, and I quote. It was not coming from him. It was coming from Anthony.
Yeah, nah. Hey, Anthony got to answer for his crimes after that, bro. But Phil, give it your closing statements.
My closing statement is a word of advice to every Arsenal fan. Stop hoping. Stop expecting a miracle. You will trust me. You will be happier for it. This is for your sake.
Hey. My closing statement is freaky ass hit it. He a 6'9" gun. Freaky ass hit it. Yeah, sorry. This Kendrick Lamar song is still in my head from the beginning of the episode. I'm sorry. I can't even lie. Hey, waiting on a miracle to come. Let's go. Let's go, Sean Millis. Let's go. Oh, we can believe. Get hit with another from me. Listen, we're gonna see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. But football is a funny old sport. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, that's all we got for this episode of Yanks Talk Ball. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. But we will talk to you all soon. Peace.